Here we are on a Sunday morning. I slept a little later than I usually do. I don't know why. Last night I was like so tired. Kind of fell asleep in an awkward position trying to avoid crushing my cat on the sofa while I was watching Die Hard. Then I went to bed. I never dreamed it was going to be 7:30 before I got up. Usually even without an alarm, I'm up way earlier than that. I don't know. My allergies have been bothering me a little and stuff lately though. I don't know. So who knows? But yeah, so tired. I saw a thing on Facebook last night about fluffy Japanese pancakes. And even though I've been avoiding pancakes, it really made me want pancakes for breakfast. So I think I'm going to go over here to Perkins and have some breakfast. My wife is still over in the Philippines. Won't be back until late Thursday night. She's been over there now for 4 weeks. So I'm glad she had a chance to go over and hang out with her family and do a lot of stuff, you know. Plus, on the topic of today's video, she had a chance to go and see our new house in person. Neither one of us have had the chance since we started building it, last May, to actually see it in person. Her mom and our two nieces have been living there for, like a year or more than a year. But it's nice for her to finally be able to see it in person, and check out some stuff. Talk to some different people about exactly how she wanted to do some things there that we need to finish up on it. And like we're going to have the glass panels on the railings, because all 4 bedrooms on the second floor face out onto a balcony, have a sliding door that goes out onto a balcony. And then up around the roof deck we have up top, we're going to have the glass railing too. So she was able to talk to someone. They got everything all measured up and got a quote from them, which I guess includes putting the enclosures on all the showers too inside, which they haven't done yet. So she figured out, I guess, what she wants to do there with that. So I don't know, it's about 80,000 pesos, something like that. Which I guess some pretty thick glass and everything. Cheaper than I was actually expecting to hear, honestly, because it's a lot of space, you got, sorry, my nose is itchy from, we've got, well, it's like the house is like 9 by 10 meters. So that the area up top is roughly about that. There's a little bit of a space, where we have the one part of the structure that goes up, has that enclosed area up on the roof. So you don't have to go quite all the way around it, but still you're looking at, 9 meters on both ends, 10 meters on the one side, and then on the back side you've got a little bit that needs to be done too. And then the railings, those are front and back. Those are both 9 meters. Little, then you'll need some, a couple little side panels. In the back, it's, the balcony in the back is like 1 meter deep, and on the front, over the front porch, it's like 1.5 meters. So I honestly was expecting we'd probably hear a higher bid than that, I don't know exactly what I was thinking. It's just that it kind of surprised me that it was only 80,000 pesos for whatever reason. I don't know. It probably shouldn't surprise me, but that's one of the things that's interesting about building a house over there. No matter how many videos you watch on YouTube about it, and I've seen a couple lately of some different people. Honestly, a few of them I just kind of flicked through because there wasn't really any progress on the videos. Just seemed to be talking about the same things, and they hadn't actually made any progress since the previous videos. So but putting out videos every day, every few days about stuff. And then I came across one, I think a person said I just saw the title of it, basically, building their house out in the province for $13,000. And I didn't really get into exactly how much all these different people are spending. But certainly, you look at what day it is of the progress on the house. I saw the one house they're building, looks like a single-story structure They've got a bit of, decent bit of land though, like the lot size, and they've got another building, I guess, with they're gonna have a generator and like a room with like a water pump and stuff. So I'm not sure exactly what their total lot area is, but they've been going on that one, I think, for probably over 4 months. He told like what day it was of the build, and it looked like not the most rapid progress, but I think they don't have a huge number of people working on it. See, that's so funny. When we built ours, we started on May the 8th. It was very important to them to put the first pillar in, get started on that first thing on like the 8th, for good luck. But May the 8th, we started on it, and basically 5 months later it was done. I mean, people living in it, all, it still needs some painting and things like that you need to do, but it's pretty big house. Like I say, it's like 9 by 10 meters, and they used really, really seriously thick rebar and everything in it. The steel decking, like the second floor and then the roof, both of those, like steel decking with rebar and concrete, and like I say, up top we've got, like the one little room up top where the steps come up. It's got like half landing stairs that go up, and then comes out up on the roof, and we've got like a concrete bar up there, an area built for like, grilling and stuff, and, entertaining, whatever, have parties. So basically 5 months after we started it, it was done, as far as everything major needing to be done. All the windows, the one side has a real tall glass area where the stairs are, and that was done. But we had like 16 to 17 people working on that, So you had different people doing different parts of the project while it was going up, and they made pretty rapid progress. I mean, we had some drawings that I sent over that I did on graph paper, and we sent over there, and basically we kind of were hampered a little bit by doing things remote control with her mom kind of working as our intermediary. But it was all people that our whole family knew, friends of the family and people like that knew what they were doing, and that we knew we could trust, and were very well respected and accomplished contractors who could do good work. So it was a little bit interesting. The one thing they wanted to change, like on the front, like when I did the drawings on the front, there was it was just a flat wall on the second floor, and you had the master bath and then the master bathroom, and then this other smaller room. We didn't know if we were going to use that for a bedroom or what, but my one niece is like, okay, this is my bedroom, and so that's what we're using that for. But the master bath, the way they did it, like each 3 meters, there's a big giant pillar there, and so they asked if it'd be okay, maybe like extend in the front of the house on that second floor, extend the bathroom out there a little ways, make that a little bit more room in that bathroom, even though it was pretty big. And plus it breaks up the look on the front of the house, a little bit different than just having that flat wall. So we thought, okay, we'll do that. But then they ended up putting in like this one shower fixture. I wish we would have had time to really look at things before they got that in there and got everything, the tile and everything done. Because you got that one little area, like an alcove on the front with the window, and then a little wall, and then it goes like this way a little tiny bit, and then comes back. So you've got that angle in there. And where they put that, I don't know. That's what I told my wife. I don't know. We're going to have to put like some kind of like a 90-degree thing on there and extend it out this way, and have our shower there by that part by the window. It's just the way I drew it up in the picture. It's just no way to really do that with the way they've got that extra little area now. Have to kind of change that around, reimagine that a little bit. But it is a little tiny bit bigger. But it's things like that if you don't have the chance to really discuss it in person, you might find out that some of the little details you have to kind of work around, because the way that one little wall is, to me, it's not really wide enough for them to have like the shower head there, because it's like, how skinny are you, to be able to stand there with the shower. So we'll probably have an interesting shape shower, which there's nothing wrong with that. Might have a little area there where you can put stuff in that one little corner, and then have the shower extended back the other direction from what we initially thought. There's still time to think about that, how we ultimately want to finish that all up. My wife says it actually, there's a little more space there than what it looks like in the pictures and video, though. And hopefully, she's taking some video and stuff. Hopefully I'll be able to put some of that stuff up. She didn't really want to try and transmit all that over to me. It'd take forever, while she's actually over there right now. But things like that you might run into. I'm glad we did that little change. It does break up the front of the house a little bit. I was just going for a straight, modern kind of thing, but it does add a little bit of, visual interest, I guess you would say, to the front. And we may end up putting some kind of brick, facade on the certain areas there. We haven't figured out exactly how we're going to finish it all off yet, but I know my wife might like something like that, and it kind of breaks things up a little. But we still, like I say, that's one of the little ongoing things we still have to do. It's interesting though. I don't know if this applies to everybody else, where you're at, but apparently, as long as that house is still under construction and it's not finished, we're not paying taxes on it right now. So I found that kind of interesting. As long as it's still under construction technically, and we haven't finished it, they're not paying taxes. So that might be something to look at if you're thinking about building a house too. Find out if that's true in the area where you're thinking about doing it. But everybody's experience is going to be different. People are spending totally wildly varying different amounts of money on this stuff. I haven't really gotten into specifics about exactly what we spent on ours. I don't think I need to, but and honestly, there are some things that we could add it all up exactly, but we knew when we started it was going to be 5 to 6 million pesos at least. And with some of the different things we did, like the one retaining wall and everything that we had built before that, we've probably got at least 7 million pesos into it, but like I say, it's a different thing for everybody, depending on exactly what kind of construction method you use, how crazy you're going on the roof structure and things like that, what kind of rebar, how deep it's, you've got things buried in the ground and stuff like that. If you have to build some stuff up in the area where you are to keep it from flooding, and all these different sorts of things, it's going to change. So you might watch a video on YouTube and think, oh wow, that's nice, I can go over there and build a house for this much. You have to look at exactly what materials went into that. I mentioned before one time, I think, that the one guy, the contractor, he told my wife's mom, it's like the only house they ever built out of all the ones he's ever done, where they said, this is what we want to use to do this, and this would be the best thing to do to make sure it's strong enough and everything. And we just said, okay, go ahead and do it, Whereas, usually most people are going to fight with them and say, no, let's use something cheaper or whatever, or no, it doesn't have to be that strong or whatever. And, we just said, you're the one that knows what you're doing, and we want to make sure this is going to be fine. And so just do it. And a lot of people aren't going to be in a position to do that whenever they're building their house or whatever. I know they had an earthquake not too long ago over there in that area of Mindanao. And one of our glass panels, like by the stairs, it does have a little crack in it, so I think that's, from a little bit of vibration movement from that earthquake. I'm not sure exactly how far away they were from the epicenter and all of that, but we'll just have to get that panel replaced sometime, which shouldn't be too crazy. I don't know. For all I know, that might be one of the things my wife talked to them about, the people that are doing the glass. So I don't know. But that's just one of those things. I mean, if you're in an earthquake, an area where they have earthquakes, that's kind of a rare occasion, though, for something like that to happen. But that's obviously with local construction, the way most of the locals have their houses constructed, you're probably not going to be worrying about, big pieces of glass that get cracks in them from something like that. But some of those people don't even have glass in their windows, Some of these people don't have, the construction of their home, very small home with just some hollow block, but in a situation like that, who knows, you might have the whole wall come apart. So you have to think when you get started on it, how you're going to do the construction. If it's important for you to things to be a certain way, you can just have somebody say, okay, we'll build you something, and just take their word for it and let them do everything and design it. But if you're particular about exactly how you want the design, for us, like I say, I sent those drawings over there, and the next thing I know, they're building it, and there were a couple of tiny details that were different from what we initially, sent over in the drawings, but still, it's amazing that, there we had the right people who, could get everything done and do it. All the contractors, the electrical people, and so forth, who knew what they were doing. And this next thing you know, there's a house there, And like I say, too, though, we had a ton of people working on it. They went fast, but that's because we had so many people. I've seen other people on YouTube that maybe they've got a couple of people building on their house, and it's like a years-long project just to get the whole structure finished and the roof on it and everything, because they're just doing it a little bit at a time, and they've only got like 2, 3, 4, 5 people doing stuff, which for us, we had like a whole, like massive team of people there, like 5 days a week, at least 5, 6 days a week. But you just have to look at the area where you are. I assume if you're watching this, if you're thinking about building a house over there, you're probably involved with somebody from the Philippines. So a lot of it's going to depend on the people they know and stuff like that. A lot of times you're going to find that they want to tell you, well, my family, we have people in my family who can do this stuff, and it's an opportunity for them to help their family get some money doing some construction. Or they'll tell you, while we're building it, my family will do this or do that for free. You're going to have to decide how you want to look at that. As I say, I wasn't there to oversee it in person and to take drone video of it and stuff in 4K every few days as the progress went on along. I have videos up of the construction, the different stages, and just basically cell phone video and things that were taken, sent over to us by our nieces or my wife's mom. My wife, like I say, it's basically finished now, except for some minor, things. Hopefully she has some nice video to bring back when she comes back. See about getting some up. But when you get involved in building a house over there, depending where you are in the Philippines and the construction methods they use and all of that, how much money you have at the time to spend doing it. Right now I'm still here in America working, and will be for another few years. And we had the chance to get it done, and we needed to do something for for her mom anyways. And it was obviously better just to go ahead and build a house there that we can all live in someday, instead of just trying to do some little thing for her mom and then for us to move over later and build something somewhere else. So that was our main consideration right now, and I'm glad we did it. Certainly prices over there keep going up just like everywhere else. By the time I retire and we move over there, it might have cost twice as much to do it, you know. And I'm pretty happy with the way it all worked out, especially now her mom and our girls there have a chance to have a nice place to live. Don't have to worry about anything flooding or stuff like that. And I think it's very good for them too, you know, made their life a lot easier and have a lot more room to do stuff. But anyways, just there's no way you can watch videos on YouTube, other people doing stuff, and really know for sure how it's going to be with your build, you know. Everything is different no matter where you are in the Philippines, your budget, what kind of design you're trying to do, and things like that. I feel like we got pretty lucky with ours. There might have been some details that if we were there in person, we might have changed a little bit, but we were pretty flexible with some of the stuff anyways, you know. The basic idea of what we were trying to do certainly got done, and in some ways was nicer than what I thought it would be in, you know, in certain areas. So it's something I'm really happy about the way ours worked out. But until you do it, honestly, you never know. It doesn't matter how many YouTube videos you watch. Your experience over there is going to be what your experience is going to be. It's good to get guidelines and kind of see what other people are doing, but every time you do it, it's going to be a unique experience.